Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater, and this news is not positive. In fact, it's kind of depressing. I'm not going to lie. According to Deadline, Sylvester Stallone has exited from the Expendables franchise. He's not doing Expendables 4 or Expendables the TV series. According to them, it's done, it's over, it's kaput, which is really, really, really sad if it's true. All right, because nothing is ever set in stone when it comes to Hollywood. And it all boils down to money or availability, and things can change. However, this particular situation feels more like it could end on a positive note versus the franchise itself is over. Now, I remember when this franchise was first announced in 2009, and I thought to myself, oh shit, yeah. After what Stallone did with Rambo, I'm excited to see what he's going to do with the Expendables. The first movie came out, did $85 million, I think, in its opening weekend or something. It did a lot. It did a lot for August 2010. I mean, it opened up against Scott Pilgrim and just destroyed Scott Pilgrim. And then, of course, a couple years later, we got Expendables 2, which I thought was a very serviceable sequel. Jean-Claude Van Damme was excellent as the villain. And then comes Expendables 3, which they went PG-13. And Stallone himself even called it a serious miscalculation. It was something that they were trying to open up to a wider audience. In my opinion, they were probably trying to get more of an international audience. And it just failed to connect. They released an unrated cut on home video, but still, that's not going to make it for the fact that the movie didn't do very well. Well, there's that, and the fact that a DVD screener of the movie released online roughly 3 weeks before the film came out in 2014. So that definitely didn't do well for the franchise as a whole. I mean, you have it's not like a shitty cam copy came out. This was a straight up DVD screener of the movie. I mean, I was on a flight not too long after that came out, and I saw somebody on the flight watching the screener. So people were watching this thing, and some people have argued that that was one of the reasons why Expendables 3 failed to connect at the box office is because of piracy. In most cases, piracy never has a direct impact overall. It actually usually tends to fuel people going to see it on the big screen or purchasing it at home, so on and so forth. But when it's a DVD screener of a movie that's a big budget action film that's out 3 weeks early, I might be willing to concede that previous point, only because it's not like, it's not like a shitty cam. Like, I remember when Jason X came out, there was a work print copy that leaked online a few months before, right? And it was a work print, so it wasn't anywhere near done, but I ended up seeing it through the power of reverse osmosis. And, I still enjoyed the movie from what I saw then and still saw it when it came out. But, that was a shitty copy, so you're not getting everything. Like the early screener of the Wolverine when it came out in 2009. That was an early work print copy. Not all the effects were finished. It was nearly DVD quality, but it still went on to gross a shitload of money. So again, it's just each situation can be looked at differently, but I still stand by the fact that piracy does not hurt overall. It just might have been the fact that it opened up in August 2014, right after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out and did very well, and then Guardians of the Galaxy came out and did gangbusters, and there were a number of reasons why Expendables 3 might have failed. Truth be told, I actually never saw it. I owned the thing on Blu-ray. I got it for a Christmas gift that year, but I actually just ended up never getting watched. And it's something I feel now I have to change because I am a fan of the franchise, and I feel bad for not having seen it. But here is why Stallone is reportedly leaving the franchise. Now that I've gone through some obscure history of the franchise, as well as movie piracy and my own personal take on it, he and his partner, Avi Lerner, could not find common ground on the director or the script or certain elements of the film, which went right down, and I'm not even kidding you, right down to the selection of the CGI house to handle the visual effects. Previously, they had used Lerner's own company in Bulgaria. So what changed, right? What changed between that? Like, Stallone was like, no, I don't want to use your company. I don't understand that. If they are working together, you figure then it would cut down production costs to go to the fucking visual effects house that the dude who is like, putting up the money for the film owns, or something like that. So again, I just don't quite get that. Now, according to Lerner himself, it might not be as cut and dry as that. He says, "We've got disagreements with Sly, but we've had them for over a year and a half. Right now, each one has an opinion. We agreed on 95% of things, but there are certain things in production we don't agree on. I don't think it's over, but write whatever you want. In my opinion, it's not dead." And again, that's what I said earlier about this may not be as over as Deadline is kind of making it out to be. And of course, all the subsequent write-ups on this particular story are making it out to be. This could just be a series of disagreements that led to a brief moment of "fuck you, I'm out," right? But the thing is, Stallone does very much love the franchise. Stallone loves working on these movies. Fans enjoy the movies, and they've been able to bring in some pretty high caliber entertainers into them to kind of give us this really awesome set of ensemble films. I would only hope that for Expendables 4 or the rumored TV series, that Barney Ross isn't gone just yet. In fact, what I would probably see happening is Expendables 4 maybe won't happen, but it will, or if it does, it will be with a whole new cast of characters that will tie into a TV series and it won't probably be fucking HBO or anything like that, but I could see FX or maybe AMC picking it up, depending if the budget is right and they can do what they want. Given the fact that they've shot these movies on relatively lower budgets and then just used visual effects for like the violence and blood and shit, and considering the fact that the violence and blood effects have actually really increased over the course of the past few years in terms of quality. I mean, look at John Wick. They used almost no squibs for John Wick. It's literally just the splatter effects or the spatter effects, and they look really good. They happen so fast you can almost barely see them, but they look really good. And if you go and you look at even The Walking Dead, it's the same concept, right? Like, people aren't using as many squibs anymore, so they're using the digital effects to make it cheaper. So there are things that could be done to make this franchise continue on. Right now, I think it's just a butting of heads over a couple minor issues. And I know Stallone, who is not busy at this moment in time. Escape Plan 2 is currently in production. Apparently he's working, or he wants to team up with Jackie Chan. So there is no shortage of projects for Sylvester Stallone. But I think that he probably is trying to use this as a way to throw his weight around. Hopefully it won't tank it. Hopefully they'll come back to the table. And hopefully, if anything, we'll get a badass, kick-ass motherfucking Expendables 4 that, if anything, will just wrap up the franchise in a nice way. You know what I mean? And that would be pretty cool. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that the Expendables should just die? Do you think they should find a way to continue it? Would it work as a TV series? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day, and peace out.